In this video, I'm going to show you how to write the equation of a line given a variety of information. Now, my favorite strategy is to make a chart like this, where I find a slope m, and then I will find the y-intercept b, and then I will write the equation. All right, the equation is always going to be in the form y is equal to something x plus something. I'm thinking y equals mx plus b, so the first box is going to be the slope, and the second box will be the y-intercept. So first I need to calculate the slope. The slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So maybe I'll put that up here. Slope is y minus y over x minus x. So that's what I'm about to do. So y minus y, so that's going to be 11 minus negative 5. Notice the double negative. It's not 11 minus 5, it's 11 minus negative 5. When you have minus a negative, it's addition. So I will probably come right through here and replace this minus minus with a big old plus. Okay, meanwhile, x minus x, that's going to be 3 minus 9. So 3 minus 9. So that is going to give me 16 over negative 6. All right, and that's going to reduce down to negative 8 over 3. Now, to find the y-intercept, I look at y equals mx plus b, and I'm going to pick one of these points to plug in. So I'm going to pick this point right here, but it doesn't matter which point you pick. 3 is the x and 11 is the y. So that's why I'm going to put 11 is equal to, now m is negative 8 over 3. So I've got negative 8 over 3. X is 3 plus b. All right, so that's going to be, well, really these 3's cancel each other out. So I know it's going to be negative 8. But you might have said to yourself negative 24 over 3, because it's like 3 over 1, and you multiply straight across. So in either way you look at it, you get 11 is equal to negative 8 plus b. And then you have to add 8 to both sides, and that's going to give you b is equal to 19. So we found the slope is negative 8 over 3, so that's going to go right here. And the y-intercept b is 19, so that goes right here. So that tells me that the overall answer is y equals negative 8 over 3x plus 19. All right, I'm going to do the same thing for problem number 2. I'm going to make this chart. So first I will find slope m, and then I will do the y-intercept b, and then I will write the equation. All right, so my equation always goes y is equal to something x plus something. Okay, now, they gave me the equation of a parallel line. Parallel lines have the same slope. So that means I can use the slope that they gave me. So the parallel line has slope, all right, I'll say m parallel. The parallel line has slope negative 3 over 4. So that means that the slope that I'm going to actually use is negative 3 over 4, because parallel lines have the same slope. So the slope is negative 3 over 4, so I'm going to go ahead and put that right here. Now I'm going to find the y-intercept using y equals mx plus b, and realizing that they gave me an x and a y right here. Starting with the y, I have negative 12 equals, m is negative 3 over 4, x is 8, plus b. This is like 8 over 1. This gives me negative 12 is equal to negative 24 over 4 plus b. So negative 12 is equal to negative 6 plus b. Add 6 to both sides, and you get that b is equal to negative 6. So that goes right here. So the final answer will be y is equal to negative 3/4 x minus 6. Don't put plus negative, just put minus. Number 3 is a special case. Vertical lines. Look, here's some notes for you. Horizontal. Okay, horizontal lines look like this. They always have equations like y equals something, and the slope is always 0. Okay, that's what we know about horizontal lines. Now let's talk about vertical lines. First of all, a vertical line looks like this. The equations are always x equals something, and the slopes are undefined. Okay, you need to memorize that these 4 concepts all belong together, and these 4 concepts all go together. So if you have that in your head, in this particular case, we're talking about a vertical line. So we know that the equation will be x equals a number. Okay, so that means that I'm going to have x equals something. Well, which one of these 2 numbers do you think it's going to be? Well, it's going to be this one because that's the x value. So x is equal to 6. Done. All right, now look at problem number 4. Write the equation of a line that goes through 4, negative 3 and is perpendicular to the line that's graphed here. Okay, so I'm going to do what I always do, which is I'm going to make this chart. All right, so I'm going to find the slope, m. And then I'm going to find the y-intercept, b. And then I'm going to write the equation. Okay, so let's start with the perpendicular slope. So this is a perpendicular line. This line is perpendicular to the line that I'm talking about. So what's the slope of this line? Well, slope is rise over run. So let's look at this and see what's going on. So that's right at the grid lines. This is right at the grid lines. Let's talk rise over run. That's 2 over 1. Okay, so the slope of this perpendicular line is 2 over 1, which normally I would just say 2. But I'm going to say 2 over 1, especially because when I have a perpendicular line, I know that the actual slope that I'm going to use, the slope of the line that I want, is going to be opposite and reciprocal to this. So the reciprocal of 2 over 1 is 1 over 2. All right, reciprocal means turn that fraction upside down. But it will also be opposite. So since the first one is positive, then this slope will be negative. Okay, so this all tells me that the slope I'm going to use is negative 1/2. Now, when I write my equation, it's always going to be y is equal to something x plus something. So first goes the slope, next comes the y-intercept. So far I know that the slope is negative 1/2, so I might as well fill that in. Now I need to find the y-intercept. Well, the y-intercept is going to be, I use y equals mx plus b. Okay, and I've got this point right here that I can use, where this is the x and this is the y. Let's start with the y. So that's going to be negative 3 is equal to. Now the slope is negative 1/2. Okay, and the x is 4 plus b. And this is like 4 over 1. So this is going to give me negative 3 is equal to, so negative 3 is equal to negative 4 over 2, just multiplying straight across, plus b, which means that negative 3 is equal to negative 2 plus b. And then if I add 2 to both sides, that's going to give me negative 1. So b is equal to negative 1. So that's why I'm going to put the negative 1 right here. Now don't put plus negative, just put minus. So the final answer will be y is equal to negative 1/2 x minus 1. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this video. Go ahead and click here in the red apple to watch the next video. Click in the green apple to subscribe, or click the yellow apple for the full playlist.